Hello, everyone. This is Anson with My Essential System Boot Camp. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Sorry for posting the link like ridiculously late. So thankfully, these are all going to be recorded. And for those that are not able to be with us on the live boot camp call, it will be posted onto Facebook shortly. I'm going to give it a few seconds here for people to just come on in. If you could also let me know that you can see my screen and hear me, that would be awesome. Can you guys hear me and see the screen? Yes, no, maybe. I can hear and see you. All good. Yep. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Okay, cool. Okay, so again, apologize for posting the link super short notice. Thankfully, these are recorded, and so it'll be posted onto the boot camp Facebook page right after the call. But today I want to continue giving some information, some training on the My Essential System Office. We've really touched on the Office two times so far in boot camp. One was to help you guys locate the website, the menu, or the website tab to find all the different websites you have at your disposal as members of My Essential System, and to really get good at locating the exact website that you want to share with somebody. The last one, the second one, was yesterday's boot camp, which went over creating categories. And so hopefully you guys had a chance to create some categories and put that unique identifier on the link, send it to your partner, and them opt into the page so that you could then find them in your contact manager under the filter. Okay, so what I want to go over today is I want to go over real quick, kind of a brief overview of the menus, the different options. What I want to make sure as I go through this, though, is that you really understand that there's a few things that you want to get really good at, right? One is the websites. We already talked about that, okay? And the other is going to be really that contact manager, and then just your ability to find things, right? Because, the whole deal with building a business is getting people the information, right? Getting more and more people. So if you have 10 people one week and then 20 people the next week and then 30 people the next week, getting information about Young Living, about their products, about the business opportunity, your business is going to naturally grow. And so that's why it's so important that you understand where to find those website links, because that's where the information is. Okay. So real quick, we're going to do a brief overview of the menus. So I'll start here with the support tab. Okay. This is basically where if you have any questions, you want to create a support ticket, you want the phone number for support, that's where you're going to find that information. Okay. The train tab is where you get set up. Okay. You set up your system. And then there's some additional training. There's going to be more training to come, but it's just training, right? It's like, okay, let me see, like, do I need to train on, there's nothing here, right? Okay. So that's coming soon. A lot of these are still coming soon. So as the training gets put in there, we'll let you guys know. But this is just going to be information to help build your business. Okay. The next one is tools. Now, tools we went through a little bit yesterday because that's where the category tab is, but that's where your social is, right? So for those that are at the $49 level, you have access to social. And so that's where you're going to be able to see all those posts. You're going to be able to share those posts. Leads, if you want to buy leads, automail, if you want to create your automail. Categories we went over yesterday, and then this is where you buy text notification, you buy text, what do they call them? I don't even know what they call them, but basically text credits, that's what they call them. Okay, so you buy text credits there, and then if you want to create your own video so that you can email it to people, you click on the video button. Okay, but again, it's a lot of stuff, much of which you may not ever use. Okay, categories, important. Social, important. Everything else is if you're going to buy leads, buy text credits, or create a video that you want to email people. Okay, so it's not a must know. So I don't want you guys to spend a ton of time, futzing around in those areas if you're not going to use them. Okay. The next one is websites. Now, websites we went over. Okay, so this is where your product websites, your business websites, your start funnel is, and then if you're going to refer people to your, or when you refer people to your My Essential system, that's where you're going to find all your different websites. Okay, so it's important to just actually to get comfortable and knowledgeable of this whole area. Okay, and then the last one, and this is the one we're going to go over in depth today, is your contact manager. Okay, now a contact manager is simply where all your leads, maybe your team members, any of your contacts can be stored. Okay, but there's obviously more that you can do outside of just storing the contacts there, and so we're going to go through that. So you guys have just a better understanding as to the capabilities of this contact manager so that you can use it smoothly. Now, at the top here, you see a bunch of tabs. Okay, now you see that there's grayed out tabs here. Now, the reason there's grayed out tabs here is that they don't become ungray until you actually click on one of the people, right? So now if I click on a person here in the little box next to their name, all these become ungray, and you can actually do, perform an action. You can email them, text them, send them a video. Okay, you can change their category. You can mark them as read or unread. Okay, so these are basic. A lot of them are just administrative, things you want to do with this particular contact. Okay, you can download them, you can delete them. Right, transfer is if you want to transfer to a team member. So if you have a downline that you want to share a lead with, you can just transfer the lead over to that downline. Now it does leave your contact manager and goes into that other person's contact manager. So just be aware of that. Okay. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can mass email. So if you have, now you can only mass email people who have opted in. So you probably want to go to your filters first, okay, and find a category where there's more than one person, right? So let's see here. I don't even know. Let's see here. This is the boot camp opt-in, okay? So these are all the people that opted into boot camp. You can select all, or you can select all on that particular page, okay? So once you select all, right, then you see the little check mark there, and then you can email, you can text them, whatever you want to do with them, you can do it up here on the top, okay? So I'm going to unselect the page. Now, what you can also do, let's just clear out of there, okay? Okay, so what you could also do is if you you can always just select a person and you click on the plus button there, and that's going to open up their information. Okay. Now hold on one second. I just want to refresh this here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now you can, like I said, you can open up any of their contact information to get more information. I'm going to go to the home page real quick because I don't want to just sit on that one page there. So let me go back to contacts here. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up. This is a dummy account or dummy lead, which is me. Filled out that yesterday. Okay, so here, obviously, you can add more information, right? If if there's a business name to this particular contact, if you get their address, you can add that in. So you just type it in, right? It's pretty simple. Okay, everything is going to auto save. So as you do this, if you close this down, it's going to save that for you. Okay. The other nice thing that people do that is kind of underutilized is you can actually take notes on the person. So if you see that box down here towards the bottom, you can write notes. So called and left a voicemail. Okay. So that is going to just stay there. Okay. So now if I close this out and then expand it later, you'll see the note there. Okay. Now, the other thing too is you can see which category they're in by clicking on the drop down here and seeing the category. So the category is basically which website they opted into and which category they're in. So they're in the category of My Team, which we went over yesterday, and they came in the Start sales funnel, right? The Start website. Okay, so you can kind of get a sense of like, okay, well, let's say it's 6 months down the line. You're like, how did this person enter into my contact manager. You can just click on the category and you'll see, is it, the home detox? Is it the essential rewards? What is the website that they opted in on, so that when you follow up with them, you can kind of address them in the correct manner, right? So if they came in the flawless in 5, website, then we know what subject matter is interesting to them, right? We're not going to talk to them about home detox. We're going to talk to them about makeup, right? Or skin products. Okay. So that's the category here. If you're sending texts to people, all your text messages will be stored in this text tracking, and the same with the video tracking. Okay. So all the videos will be sent here. If you send them any videos, that'll all be stored there, right? So it's nice and convenient. You can, and this is great, because what we want you guys to do is we want you to really start to, connect with these people, engage with these people, take good notes, send them more information, send them more videos, whatever they're looking for. You want to be able to provide them with that information, but it's nice that it's all going to be kind of tracked for you. Okay. Now, the other thing too that is important to know now, I didn't actually fill out any survey information, but some of the websites have like survey information. So, the Start website, or I'll just give you an example of it real quick. So we go to the Start website. Sorry, my internet is running super slow today. Okay, so let's go to the Start website, and let's go to Business Builder. So let's go to Let's Connect here. Okay. Now, it's not going to show up because I'm going right to the website, but if I were to go through the whole process and fill out all the different forms, you would see how this works. So so I started with the following kit, and then you actually say which kit you started with. I've signed up for Essential Rewards. Okay. Right. I signed up Essential Rewards at the following level. Okay. And then you just pick those. Now, all that information, and my top 3 goals for working the Young Living business are, and then you want them to lay that out, right? So all that information is going to be stored in your contact manager. Okay. Let me go back here to contacts. Under that survey information tab at the bottom, so you'd open up their contact information, and then you click on the survey information. When you click it on, now, I didn't fill out any of the information, but if I had, there would be another form down here with the answers to all those questions. So now you've got a new team member, you send them to the Start funnel, and they tell you, the kit they got, how much, what their goals are, what their ER, what level ER they signed up at, and all that information goes to you. So now you can better work with them. So if their goal is to, quit let's say that they're working 2 jobs, and their goal is to quit one of their jobs, and to do that they need to make, an extra $1,500 a month. Well, okay, great. So now I know, as their upline support, right, I know kind of where they need to be from a production standpoint to achieve that, that amount of money. Okay. So then you would just, you create a game plan for them on, okay, what do we have to do to get you $1,500 a month, right? That is super, super important when you're working with people, because if you see somebody come onto your team and they're like, oh, I want to make, $25,000 in my first 30 days. It's like, okay, well, that's going to be really difficult, but this is what you would have to do to be able to achieve that. And now they have a sense of oh my gosh, I've got to really, really work hard and really get a lot of signups and, to achieve that actual goal. So it's going to, help them with their expectations after you can kind of assess to whether this is, realistic or not. But if it is something that is realistic, at least they know what type of activity they need to put in to hit that goal, right? So we've already gone over, how you set that kind of target hitting exercise that we did maybe a week ago. So like, hey, if you want to sign up 10 people, you're going to have to talk to 50 people, right? Okay, so if you're going to talk to 50 people, we got to like name out where you're going to talk to 50 people and how you're going to get 50 presentations in front of them so that 10 of those actually sign up for a kit and go on ER. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense in terms of like the form and where you find that information, but also the importance of getting that information from your new team member. Okay, so then from here, you can also send text, email, you can add them and remove them from a category. We went over that yesterday. You can transfer to a team member. You can set reminders for yourself to follow up with them. Okay, so when you come up here, you have the subject, this is their information, and then you set like the date and the time. And then once you save that, the system's actually going to send you a message on that date to call or whatever action you have to do with that person, right? Okay, so last thing I want to show you guys in your contact manager is adding, okay? So I could also show you uploading. Uploading is well, it's not that it's difficult, but there's just some spam laws that you have to be within in order to be able to upload. So a lot of people said, hey, can I upload my Young Living list? And the answer is no, because most of those people have not opted in or have not joined Young Living in the last 30 days. So according to spam laws, you can only upload bulk lists that have opted in within the last 30 days, and you need an IP address and a date time stamp. Okay, so it's kind of a pain, but those are the laws, right? Now, the other thing that is very handy is this add button. So the add button is pretty intuitive. You just click on add, and then if you want to add somebody into your contact manager, just know that once you've designated your relationship, just know that you need to like make sure you set this up correctly, right? So if you're like, if you go to a networking event and you get a bunch of business cards, you can add those business cards into your contact manager, but you want to make sure before you do that, you create that category of like networking event so that you know where you met these people. Okay. Same is true if you go to like a health fair or, just anywhere you go where you collect a lot of contacts. You want to make sure you create that category before you actually start to upload the leads. And then you want to be really specific with your notes because, again, if you're meeting a ton of people and, 3 months go by and it's like, oh, how do I know this guy or this girl? And, what did I say to him? What was their interest? You want to make sure you have that information kind of readily available, and that can be all stored in your contact manager. Okay, so hold on one sec. Got a chat here. Is there a charge for text? Yeah, that's a penny per text. And you buy, it's kind of a la carte. So it's a penny per text if you buy like the large amount of text, which I believe is 500 texts. Yeah, I think that's right. Actually, here I can probably look in there, but yeah, there is a fee. It's pretty minimal, and it is a la carte. So you basically, and if you try to text somebody and there's no, and you don't have any credits, then it prompts you like, hey, you don't have any credits, and then click the button, and then you can buy the credits. Okay, so but it's a la carte. So there's no like monthly recurring fee for texting. You just, as you're doing it, you would just add more credits to your account. Okay, so that is all I have in terms of training for today. What I want you guys to do is I want you to just go into your contact manager and get familiar with it. Test it out, maybe send an email out, write notes, open and close these little boxes here. Any questions you have, share those with your partner and try to figure it out with each other. Okay. Add a few contacts into the contact manager. You can even opt in, like you can create like a dummy email account, and you can opt into your a few different websites that are in your My Essential system to kind of see what happens, right? You can see that the person came in, you can see the email, the phone number, you can open up their information box, you can see like what website they opted into. If you send them, a text, you'll see that the text is tracked. So just get comfortable with utilizing this. Also, what I would do is go to the start funnel and fill out the entire start funnel, the getting started website. Fill that entire thing out so that when you open up the information box, you can click on survey information and you can see all the information right there. Okay, so with that, guys, are there any questions before I end off? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. Okay, good deal. Well, like I said, this is being recorded, so it will be posted in the Facebook group right after this call. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow.